Hi there, so I figured I'd do a little video about me sculpting some ornaments. I came to the idea because I have had sculpted before, but I did it with air drying clay, which was just a terrible idea because just the clay didn't really work. I couldn't really sculpt fine details with it, and it would always crack. It was really weird, so I tried out this Stabilo Filmo clay and worked better. Just better. And yeah, here you can see me just sculpt these out and I will paint them, but I will get to that in just a minute. Yeah, hello there, welcome to my first ever YouTube video. Wow, it's kind of weird saying this because I tried in the past uploading some, but I didn't really felt like it. But around half a year ago, I started with shorts and reels and TikToks, and it gave me confidence to try out longer videos as well. So here I am on YouTube. Wow, hello, welcome. So in the past, I tried sculpting with polymer clay. No, with air drying clay, because I really like 3D things. It was always my thing. I always liked sculpting, and yeah. But with the air drying clay, it never worked out really right. It got super messy, and when you add water to it, it was just a pain because then it would just be everywhere and it would be even harder to clean up. So yeah, you can imagine me struggling with that. I didn't want it to try out oven hardening clays because I was a little bit concerned, because I have animals. I have 2 birds and a dog, and if stuff is not safe for animals, I tend to just not use it. So if if I spill something and my dog kind of gets her feet in it, or my birds decide to walk over my table, and yeah, you get my concern about that. So it wasn't really a thing, but I decided, because this Filmo clay from Stadler was on sale on Amazon, that I would try and use it, and it worked out the best. In my next clip, I will show you how they turned out, and I have 2 that are with air drying clay, and yeah, you can just see the difference. Other than that, I bought sculpting tools. I know that there's a couple of different ones. I just bought 3 over the course of, I think, 1 year. So I didn't just get my supplies then and there, but it's more like a build-up process. I would suggest different sculpting tools for if you maybe want to do smaller things. I would suggest buying like really small, dainty sculpting tools. And if you know that you're gonna work bigger, the bigger loop tools would be just fine for you. Other than that, I pretty much just use the cheapest ones on Amazon. I'm sorry, but I don't have the money to kind of go out and buy the best of the best just yet. And if it's just for trying out, I'm always a fan of just going with something more basic, and then if you really enjoy it, you can always invest in more. That's the same thing I did with my paints. So I will be painting these with acrylics, and I like to work with acrylics. I've noticed that. So I Googled a little bit. I watched a couple of reviews on YouTube, and that's how I make my decisions for paint or for supplies. So that's how I usually try to maneuver myself through buying these really expensive paints and stuff. What can I say? I wanted to make some ornaments because I I see, like, the ones in the store just didn't really fit my vibe this year, so I wanted to just do something for myself. And a surprise, because the one that I'm sculpting now, the little reindeer deer thing that I did, I wasn't really, it came out of the oven a little bit cracked, and I don't really know what had happened, but maybe it's just me not smoothing out the clay as much. I just now got on Amazon and bought myself, like, as I told you, these little fine sculpting tools where you can just maneuver the clay a little bit easier. Because with these, I found it really hard to use my hands to smooth it out. So maybe the next ones that I do will actually don't have so much cracks in them. The snowman was good, but it was a pain to get them smooth. So I have to still try it out how they hold up with a ribbon attached to them and hung up. They are not like heavy, but I'm a little bit concerned of them falling down. But I don't think that will be a concern. So I would just say I come back when it's time to paint these. Thank you for listening to my talking for so long. I see you in the next clip. Hi there, so you guys saw me sculpt these out, and I'm really proud of it. Actually, my favorite one is the snowman here. I'm really excited to paint these, and the little deer character is also very cute. I think I was inspired by Rudolph, but I'm not quite sure about that one, but it's still really cute. And as I said earlier, the air drying clay are cute as well. I hope they will look better when they are painted, but they have lots of cracks in them and they kind of fall apart, which is a bit sad. And I made one of my dog with a Santa hat as well. It's quite cute. So you'll see me paint these and then I'll wrap the video up. See you. Yeah, surprise, Laurie from the past. The air drying clay ornaments didn't really look better when I painted it. It looked horrible with the cracks in it, and I was counting on maybe the acrylic filling up the cracks, but obviously they didn't, because like I think they were not heavy body acrylics. I think they're just normal acrylics. So that didn't turn good. Here you can see me try, but I scrapped that idea. I just worked on the other two instead because I thought they were really pretty. For the color palette, there's really not much to say about my colors that I'm using here. As you can see, there's just so many ways you can do a snowman. So I just gave him a little carrot nose and little rosy cheeks. So with the reindeer, it went a little bit. I was shocked. You can see how streaky this is. I was like, oh my god, it will never look good. And I'm like, Laura, no, you have to push through that. You are stronger than your doubts. And I set it aside to dry and worked on the little snowman a little bit more. I don't know, that one at this stage just looked better to me, but in the end, as I said in the previous video, the reindeer turned out adorable. Just it's really weird how things start out and you might feel some way about one thing and it's just completely changing. That's really weird. As you can see, I love cute things, so I tried to sculpt these really cute. And you have like prized possessions of past Christmases. At least we have some just some heirlooms that get passed around for generations in our house, and you see them every Christmas, and maybe they're from when you are really, really small, and they just stuck to your head. Same with the snowman. I kind of based it off a snowman that we have standing around next to our Christmas tree every year. It's just very cute. You can hear my birds in the background. I hope they're not too loud. I will check on that later. But that's where I based my characters off of. And for the reindeer, I don't know what I was thinking. To me, it doesn't really look like Rudolph. It just looks a little bit like a derpy reindeer of sorts, which is cool too, because I was maybe trying, because I have a little Etsy shop, try to make molds out of them and maybe like cast them with resin or something to recreate them and maybe sell them. So it's good if they look original. So yeah. For that, I will have to wait for next month till I get my next paycheck, and then I will try to buy some mold making silicone, and then we will see how that turns out. Maybe leave a like and comment below if you want to see this, or if you have any tips for me, because I am pretty new at YouTube and I'm just trying it out. So I invite you to just stick around and see how I grow the next couple of months. And I'm sure it will all just be better. So yeah, that was it for me for this week's video. And I would say I'll see you next week. Bye.